Hey everybody, hope you're having a Merry Christmas or whatever holiday you're celebrating out there. Hope you're having a happy and joyful holiday. My name is Miasma, and because this is an anime channel, we're going to be talking about one of the few anime that I could really think of that takes place during the Christmas season, and that is Tokyo Godfathers, a film by Satoshi Kon. Now, if you've never heard of this movie before, it is by a very famous director. First of all, let's get that out of the way. Satoshi Kon is amazing. Perfect Blue, Paprika, Paranoia Agent. This, I'm sure there's something that I'm missing here. But Satoshi Kon, incredible director. I have only seen Perfect Blue and this, and I've seen some of Paranoia Agent. But I gotta tackle some more of his stuff next year because if you haven't seen any of his films, you really need to, especially with this one. In fact, I would say maybe even start out with this one because it's a very good film. If you've never heard of it before, it's basically about this trio of homeless people living in Tokyo. Let me make sure I get their names right. I know there's Hana and Jin or Gin and Mayuki. That's the one I was scared I was going to pronounce wrong. And you have Hana, who's a trans woman. You have Mayuki, who's the one in the middle, who's a younger runaway girl, and then you have Jin, who is the bearded guy. And all these characters have interesting backstories that the movie goes into. We'll talk about that in a bit. But basically, on Christmas Eve, they find this baby, this abandoned baby, and this is some crazy shit because it's winter time. There's an abandoned baby here. We're homeless. We can't take care of this thing. We got our own issues. What are we gonna do? So the film is basically about their journey to try and get this baby back home, or at least to someone responsible enough to take care of her. I don't want to spoil too much of it because it's not a very long film, but it is very good. What's most interesting about it to me, and it's something that I really like in a lot of Shinkai movies, is the relatability of the human aspect, the human nature of this. Now, you might not relate to many of the situations that these characters have been in, but I could definitely see the realism in some of their situations. Specifically, you have Hana, right? Hana's background is touched on in the movie. I don't want to spoil it too much here, but it's kind of sad. This movie is kind of sad. It's got a lot of jovial comedy going on, which is kind of weird because it's about homelessness a lot, and they have a whole lot of banter, and there's a lot of slapstick kind of stuff, which is kind of funny. But at the end of the day, it is about homeless people, so it kind of you might laugh a little bit, but then you're like, oh man, yeah, this movie does that to you a lot. So you got a lot of different emotional levels going on. Like I said, very, if not relatable situations, situations that I think that you can empathize with. Would that be the correct word? Yeah, and each of them have sort of interesting backstories. Not equally touched upon, I would say. And I kind of wish that's one thing that they changed a little bit. But what we do know about them is interesting in itself. And then, of course, you have the baby that they find, and obviously the background of what happened, of how this baby went in the dumpster, is pretty interesting. But yeah, it is a cool journey. You got your slapstick comedy going on. You have your funny banter. And then you have your very serious moments. Now, animation-wise, it looks okay. This is not one of the greatest animated films I've seen. Granted, it's from 2003, 2004 era. It definitely has Satoshi Kon character designs, or at least whoever his character designer was. Because these people look a lot like other artwork I've seen from Satoshi Kon films, which is not a bad thing. Miyazaki movies, people pretty much look the same. So there's that. But it's not an ugly movie. It's alright looking. It's I feel like if it's bleh looking sometimes, it's probably meant to be like that. The same goes true for kind of the music, and even I would say like sort of like the end, the conclusion of the film. Like it doesn't. This is what also reminded me of Makoto Shinkai, was it doesn't really wrap everything up in a tight bow. Like a lot of it is in that package, a lot of it is delivered to you, but not everything. But it's still satisfying. Would I have liked to see a little more? Yeah, I'd like to know a little bit about these characters, because they're all three of them interesting. I didn't really dislike any of the three of them, which was cool. It's rare that you get a whole cast that you're interested in my opinion. Yeah, overall, this is a really good film. I highly recommend that you at least give it a stream, if not buy it. Good luck, though. I don't know if this is legally streaming anywhere. But I don't really care where you watch it. You go pirate the hell out of this. I don't make any money from any anime distributors or anything anyway. So fuck it. But yeah. If you really like this movie, let me know what you thought about it down below. If you like what I'm doing here, I do have a Patreon. Big thank you to Nia and Justin for their kind donations this month. There's a whole bunch of rewards and stuff like that. There's a Discord. You can recommend me stuff to talk about here on this channel if you're a patron. And I'm always open to suggestions for new videos, topics, discussions down below. And yeah, again, I really hope that you guys have an awesome holiday, whatever the hell we celebrate. I'm going to say Christmas because celebrate Christmas here. I hope you have a great Christmas. My Christmas has been pretty good so far. I got some cool Overwatch stuff. For those of you that like Overwatch, got a nice Anna's Herbal Tea t-shirt, which is pretty hilarious if you know anything about the game. Yeah, I hope you guys have a great holiday. I'm going to be making a couple more videos before the end of the year even, so it's a busy week for me. Yeah, I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your little break here. And yeah, thank you so much for watching. And my name is Miasma, and I'm signing out.